It's just gonna fall right back off again. These wheels are terrible.
We need a new one.
I thought this thing was cool. The wheels, they don't stay on. They fall off every day. All right, I've been sitting here for the last like 10 minutes just having Brad convince me that I should be filming today. Oh, shit. Hey, nice shirt. Nice shirt. Hey, you ruined it.
Yeah, I work, okay? I have a job.
Ooh, I don't work, I just sit here.
No, you don't. That's not what I'm saying.
Ooh. Anyways, I didn't really want to film today, but Brad convinced me that I should just to show you guys the rest of the process. It's one of those things where we just have so many stupid little things left. And I'm bored of this. Like doing rust repair is not fun. And making rust repair into like 3 or 4 videos, however many it's been now, that's not fun. It's not fun to watch, it's not fun to do, but it needs to get done. We're gonna finish it up today. So where we left off last time, I completely installed this panel and the other side and the cab corners. And then I ran some seam seal like in the grooves here, which is super nice. It looks really good. Down in here, seam sealed. And then what we have to do still, we have to fix this. These panels, they were very weird. When I sized them all up, this fit fine. But as soon as you start welding this, the panel had like a slight like bend in it. And as soon as you flatten it out with all the welds, this stretches and kind of pulled away. And you can see that it would have lined up. And then as it kind of bent, it just doesn't now. And it's weird. So we got to fill this gap. We got to grind down the welds under here and then seam seal under there. And both these rear cab corners need Bondo because they were already Bondoed. Like you can see, this is, for some reason, I didn't really find any rust spots or anything here when I looked up into it. So I think that it was maybe like a dent or something, I don't know. And they just completely Bondoed over it. So we're gonna have to Bondo this whole thing to bring it back up to snuff with how it should look. Same thing with this cab corner, also has Bondo on it, so, and right here, so we're gonna have to Bondo this one. And then this whole thing, because this, I really messed it up. Essentially, today I would like to finish all this stuff up because I want this truck to be able to just move out of the garage for a little while. I know it's not the most exciting. I'm sorry if you guys are bored of this. We have exciting stuff coming, but this is where we're at. So today, we're just here to get it done. That's it. You're here to what?
So we're not here to punch people's pickles.
Not here to punch pickles.
No, pickles, not punched.
All right then. Also, before we get too far into today's video, I just want to take a second and thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Copart. So if you guys are in the market for any kind of car that you want to get on a really good deal, it's gonna kind of look like this. You're gonna have pieces everywhere. But that's okay, because that's like one of the better ways to get a deal on a car is to get a car that needs a lot of love. You can go on Copart, you can find cars that have been in accidents, you find cars that have been in like any situation you could think of, they have on there, and somehow they have ended up at auction. And you can get a really good platform to start building on, a really good foundation for a build, for really, really cheap. So I recommend anybody that's in the market, just go down and click the link below or visit Copart/Robbie and check them out because you guys can find some really good stuff on there for a really good price. Like you guys know I've taken on a lot of projects lately, but when it's time for another one, that's where I'm gonna be. Oh, also, we might need to get some Bondo. I think Brad just got sick of the chair. I don't know how I'm gonna weld it yet, but I'm gonna figure it out. It's really not the best chair in the world. I've been meaning to weld it, I just wanted to wait till the welder was going one day.
I picked it up, put the wheel on, sat it down, wheel fell off. I'm like, getting welded. Weld didn't really want to stick to it.
Is it because of what it's made of?
I don't know, but we're gonna keep firing welds on. Some welds are better than no welds.
That's true. Initial test.
Hell yeah, brother.
It worked. All right, this is not ideal, but it is gonna look good when it's done. Like you can tell that this is gonna be nice and flat. I used all my Bondo on here. I'm just gonna come sand it down, make sure it's all pretty. And then with the cab corners, we're gonna have to do the same thing as well, but we're out of Bondo. That was like the very last of the Bondo, so dinosaur yawn. We gotta take a trip to the store. Brad finished welding up this side, so this side is good.
This is diacro.
That's diacro?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the name for that bend, right?
Yeah.
How it's kind of kinked?
I don't know if that's the name of what that would be called, but the machine that you'd use is diacro bender.
So if we get a pipe bender, we don't want a
We
diacro.
want mandrel.
Mandrel?
Mandrel.
Well, all right then. I was driving the other day, and this side marker light just came out, I guess, and just got stuck between here and my wheel and exploded right on the side of the road. So I had to tuck the wires in. RIP to that, but it's okay. I feel like things keep happening to this car, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. We're gonna change the whole car. Okay, we got more Bondo. Does it say shake well before use?
I don't know, I shake it. It says do not smoke it, so that's good. You have a yogurt, you mix it first, right?
Yeah.
This is the yogurt.
Are you good at gooping or do you want me to goop?
Oh, I can goop, unless you want to goop. My hands are kind of goopy, so I don't really want to touch the camera up.
Okay, come goop.
Oh, so that's...
Whoa, whoa, whoa! You just gooped half of it on the truck! Oh, man.
Watch out for that. Don't get on your pants.
You goop it on the floor! Yo, who gave you permission to do this? You cannot handle Bondo.
Oh, no!
Oh my God.
I'm under pressure.
You're wasting all of my precious new Bondo. For the record, this is the worst way I've ever seen anyone apply Bondo. You're just smearing it everywhere. Look at this. You have Bondo all over the floor. Don't put that on my truck.
Hey.
Oh man.
It might be a little ugly because I don't want to cut it to the point where it's not supported. I want it to be strong still. So you might see it a little bit.
If all goes to plan, this thing's gonna be dumped anyways, right? So.
Exactly.
Look at that. That is just a good seam. It's kind of hard to see it because like the bare metal and stuff. The way it's reflecting is kind of hard to see it, but like that, it just looks like it came from the factory that way, you know? The Robbie repairs and Emerson doesn't. Yeah, up here was a little sloppy, but it's gonna be behind the door, so I'm not super concerned with it. But like the underseam, at least when someone gets like a side shot, whoosh, it'll look nice now. Yo, I just went to start filming and I realized there's a whole gloop of shit on my screen. I don't know how long that was there. Okay, so I was seam sealing. I was gonna do just underneath, but it started coming up and through the cracks and I was like, yeah, well, it's wet. I may as well just deal with all of it. So I officially seam sealed all underneath both rocker panels, which is tight. I think it's gonna look pretty good once it's painted up. You won't even really notice. It'll just look like a normal seam. And I went around and did the underneath of the floorboards that we did. Like I completely sealed all that off. And then, like I said, it was coming through the top, so I just came up here and completely sealed all the top off as well. I did both sides, which is tight. So all the seam seal's done. Like I think the seam seal part is officially 100% done. We're making good progress. I'm super excited to get this thing going. I really want to get this truck finished up and rolled out of the garage so I can clean this mess. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and say this side is like pretty much done. We're just gonna need to hit it with 400 just to finish it up. Anything is better than the shit show I had it before. And then this whole cab corner feels nice. It's one of those things where once we paint it, we might see that there's like a little bit of a weird body line going on. I feel like every time you do Bondos, sometimes you get that. We're just gonna kind of just cover this up for today. We just wanna basically cover all the exposed metal, that way we can just put it outside. Like this won't be just like right down to like the nitty gritty little things, because the rest of the cab and box and doors and everything has like weird little spots. If we find any errors after we cover it in some paint, we can come back to it another day and just kind of like fine tune it. Okay, brother. It's a windy some beach out there today, so we're gonna be painting with that door closed that way. Out that do door, don't be blowing the paint everywhere. Cause we would sand and with the door open up, you can get that sand thing going right up in the roof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, I understood every single part of that.
Hey, brother, you're gonna take this mask right here, put that back on your face. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing not wearing that mask right there.
This is the fastest mask putting on 2019. Ready?
The hat falls.
Oh, dude, the hat's in the way.
Alright, try again. That wasn't the fastest, I could tell you that. It has to be on and like working though. You can't just loosey-goose slop it on your head.
Don't you even work.
Alright, brother, 3, 2, 1. Time. Now can you give me the breathe test and see if she holds? Ooh, you pushed real hard on that one right there, bro. You didn't cheating if I ever seen. Dude, that is a good week's worth of work. It really is. And then let's see how you did for sanding here, dude.
Okay, we'll wait till it's dry.
No, dude, you're killing it already. I wasn't gonna say anything bad. Look at that shit. Brad's cab corner? Unreal. You could not tell me where the other one started and where the other one ended. Your Bondo? You're terrible at Bondo, but you're good at sanding. My cab corner? Let's see here. The back of mine, if you look at it this way, there's one dimple, but the camera isn't spotting it. If we come down the side here, I would like to say that I think my cab corner is
Just as sufficient, bro. This was a complete shit show. Looks good. And then this whole thing, sure, it's got rough spots because I didn't sand it all like professionally before painting it. But I'd say for a whole, that looks so good, dude. When you open the door, it'll be flat, and that's the key.
You're gonna try and figure that one out? You actually nailed it, because it's just fitting right on. Stupid speaker trim. Also, I found out this truck has speakers back here. On that side too, but they don't work. When I first got the truck, we tested it, and it only had front speakers, or door speakers, sorry. And there's supposed to be 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and then he added 2 doors. Completely deleted the rest and left the door ones. I don't know why people do things. I don't actually think I put this in the video. The other day when I was doing this by myself, I was opening and closing this door and like trying to use it to lift weight. You know what I mean? Yeah. To like up and over, and yeah, I broke it. Put it down, like shut the door. So this one wasn't the best one. Remember I told you it like bulged weird in the middle? Yeah. And I did my best to straighten it out, but when it's all one color, you won't really notice. The lines look like they stayed. This is what I'm happy with, this seam seal gap right here. Yeah. This looks unreal. This one, the gap like between the bottom of the door and the actual rocker is way more consistent across the whole thing, which is nice. All the body lines are kept. Everything looks good. Dude, I'm happy. Get yourself a steering wheel. Yeah, you. Got you one of them there Grant steering wheels, brother. I even cleaned you a spot right there. Oh, man. Just watch out for things in the bum hole. You look like the world's shortest kid. Okay, dock it right. Oh, yep, here works.
Imagine that.
Can you even see out of that?
No.
Oh, the camera can't even see it because of the light. Like, if you don't care, if you don't film or anything, if you just hang out in your garage, I guess it doesn't really matter, but I've never even thought about garage angle towards the sun, because my old garage never had a problem with it. My old garage was perfectly faced. The sun came behind it, so there was just like a huge shadow in front of the garage at all times. It was dope. Anyways, it's something I never thought about until we moved here, and then the sun literally comes to like here. Because I would rather have the door open and like get nice fresh air, but no, I can't do it. On the plus side though, we can fire up on the rust. So right now, we're gonna turn this disgusting mess into this. Dude, I accidentally went out, bought a shelf, bought a vacuum, bought a couple things, and like made this garage like 10 times cleaner than it was before. We have an entire build on this wall, which is just unreal. Like I'm so excited for this. And then I tried to keep all the S10 stuff in the corner. I just kind of mucked everything into the back. This looks sweet. I don't really like how busy this wall is, but hopefully all this stuff will be gone pretty quickly. I kind of decided I want to turn this chair into something. Like I kind of want to buy like some metal, put some legs underneath it, maybe some casters, and like a little wheelie couch that I can just like, I don't know, work on something at the bench, or like people can be hanging out on that. I'm also curious as to how cool of a bench I can make it of this, because like it's comfy. To sit on this is nice. So if I could just have it at the height where like, when we were sitting on it, we're like at the height of the table, or just like not the height of the floor. When people are here, they don't feel like they're so kind of excluded. They can sit at like a normal height. Anyways, it's late. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will catch you guys next time. Peace out and stay committed.